सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। महायोगी स्वामी उमानंद सरस्वती की जय। Friends, we are doing gist of Ved. We are doing a Rigved now, and we are trying to understand the gist from 800 to 1200 Richas. Gist means telling you in short. And of course, the books will be soon on Kindle, so those who wish to study further can definitely get those books. But meanwhile, let's go into the gist of it. So we start with 801 to 850. Richas are hymns from Rigved. Vedic mantras invoked gods. Agni grew as Usha Nisha changed forms. Stable forests and moving mortals caused Agni's growth. Mortal too could affect gods. Mantras chanted by sages such as Angira could clear mountains and create path in sky for planes to travel. Maps were not only designed but paths made were owned by man. Now sun, Usha and Agni were source of light and heat for space and earth. Agni interacted with rivers to store water and their rain. Brahma sang the praise of Agni. Mortal went in search of Agni's birthplace. He started becoming a god of value, and his birthplace was being traced. And when they studied geography and elementaries of heaven and earth and space to trace this birthplace of Agni. When man found it, he kneeled before Agni and developed 21 ways of worship, and in process discovered the art of saving elixir. We'll come to it later. Yes, man had something to attain while studying nature. 7 rivers came down from heavens. The cow's milk was discovered to be useful as food for man. It was discovered by a dog. Sun and moon helped to see the earth. Cattle gave him food. Mortals soaked lands for cultivation. Agni worked in all directions. Parashar Muni says, man now welcomed guests, and owning of properties concept emerged. Hymns gained popularity. Agni received one more credit. He was asked to control the body fluids, that is, of a nervous system. Civilization probably was taking shape. Sages of various lineage became friendly. This is from 850 to 900. Sages of various lineage became friendly with Agni and sometimes took his advice, and at times advised him in form of prayer. Vaishvanar Agni, which dwelt in human body, had special duties allotted of digesting food and giving health to mortal. Gayatri Mantra invoked this Vaishvanar Agni, and he gained fame. Somvalli, used to make somras, was considered to inspire chivalry in gods and warriors too. This creeper was brought by Shane bird. Now concept of independence rose in the hearts of mortal, and Indra was asked to support it. He was called the conqueror of enemy. He soon became the organizer of the world, and as God, being a god of good deeds. Men such as horse trainers, hymn singers, they started serving Indra and received treasures and protection from God. Man needed vast lands for yajna. Angira received gifts from Indra. Sage Atharva used yajna to promote dharma. Now we get the objective of the yajna system. Sun did austerities as an example for man, and Ushan discovered wealth. Many families contributed to yajna. Some by making mats of darbhasan, a special grass, or chant mantras, or prepare somras, or cook food, all received wealth from Indra, who was charitable. Saints such as Dadichi gave up their body and bones to make Vajra for Indra so that he could defeat Asur and protect mortal world. Indra's skills feared many. Even Agni they once had hid in Sharanyavat mountains, and when he was discovered by Indra. Marutgan, sons of Rudra also, dressed handsomely with chariot led by deer, they increased the energy, brought rains and played drums as they moved. They helped sage Gautam's water resources to be filled. Gods were truthful leaders, and man depended upon gods for treasures, rains, crops, electricity, medicinal herbs, knowledge, and long life. There were Brahmins, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and Nishad. Now we understand how man and God and nature was getting fabricated together. Mortal realized the value of honesty. Being honest, they realized they could receive the cooperation of winds, waters, herbs, and long life from gods such as Mara. Friends, today, the corona situation, I think we should observe this. Try to maintain a decent living, a decent mindset. Live with a decent mindset. It's not that the world is one. Man is one. Mankind is one. Because once the mindset goes wrong, just like we all appreciated computer, all appreciated something. So it's a human mind which is common. It's a mind. If it is kept on right track, mankind will survive. If we are going to be dancing to the tunes of the woman, wealth and wine, it might become difficult for mankind to survive. That's well, let's say. Now sage Gautam describes Som, god of the moon. Som, god of the moon, who is known for his wit, intelligence, purity, creates medicinal herbs and nectar in life. Usha is also called Annapurna, she goddess of food. Both Som and Usha inspire minds of poets. Good food also results into inspiration in mind. Whereas Agni sharpens intellect and offers warmth to mortal bodies to live. Gods had both sides. If they were frightening, such as Agni, they also were a blessing in disguise. Usha and Isha were like mothers to Agni and Sun. Man wanted to be in good books of gods, especially of Agni. Vadvanar, it lived in waters, as Vaishvanar, it lived in body. Sun, which showed directions and lightning, they wanted to be in good books of Sun. Then Agni worked hand in hand with Marutgan to attend to needs of the 5 communities. So here we have mortal wanted Indra as his king, as advisor, as leader, as representative, because Indra reflected perfect qualities of a brave and generous king. He was their hero. Indra gave luminosity, nourishment and managed life. He was called Ajatashatru for his valor. Man wanted to be in good books of God. Now we come to 1150 to 1200. They also insisted that gods supported mortal who lived truthfully and not the demons who were cruel by nature. The best tradition got laid here. Man would offer prayers and gods offered protection and care. Mortal weaknesses were his passions, anger and illness, but they sang hymns of praise to gods to overcome these weaknesses. Examples of such incidents show us this. Brahmanspati came to rescue King Trita, who had fallen in well but had prayed for Brahmanspati to come. Indra saved sage Kutsa for the same. This caused a greatest belief to manifest. Mortal realized prayers was the way to self-protection. They believed that as a result, because of their good innocent minds, they felt prayers could please gods and gods who had powers could save them. Gods probably also decided to respect this emotion of man. Yajna became the way of prayer. Agni was ignited. Somras was made. Mats were laid. Gods were invited. Yes, and gods came. Rubhus, gods like Rubhus, they set an example that if you work hard and you can rise to the level of gods. This reflects in latter days where many good mortals rose to the divine stature of gods. So being good can save the mankind, and being hardworking and regular can turn you to an immortal status. So friends, this is a gist of Vedas. Vedas has got a lot of key sentences which can give us the clues, the formulas for a good world. Let us make use of it. Let us all choose one common God through this Ved. Either it could be earth in which we live, or let us choose Agni, or let us choose Vayu, rains, whatever. But let us all choose one God so that we all get united. And let us realize that if you are honest, truthful and good, then mankind can survive. Because God has made the deal with us. You be good and you shall live. This is Swami Radhikananda from Pune. Please send me your feedbacks. I will look forward for it. Thank you.